Hello, Ancients. I'm Robert Sheehan, and I play Tom Natsworthy. Mortal Engines is an imaginative world filled with larger-than-life characters, none quite so big as London. When producer and co-writer Peter Jackson first read these books, he knew this Traction City would blow audiences away and show them something they'd never seen. London has scale, it has history, and it rolls across the great hunting ground like a mountain on the move. But how did this behemoth come to life? Well, I'm happy to be your guide on this epic journey into the beating heart of Mortal Engine's greatest Traction City. Welcome to London.
When I first read Mortal Engines, I really didn't know how you were going to create that on screen. It's really tricky because it's like, well, I don't think anyone's seen moving cities before.
We're in the city, 6 miles in closing.
Get down now!
We had to make some strong choices about designing London, and at some point we sort of had to just jump into the boldness.
It was difficult to find a design for London that felt right. We did a big design period back in 2007, 2008, and then we did another big design period in this last few years. There's probably a good 200 drawings of what London might look like. All of them are based on Philip's book.
It was just an exploratory process. This is a future where we've had to reinterpret it looking back, but it can't feel like we've just bodged together bits and pieces. We had these great artists designing things. You're getting bombarded with all these different ideas from me and Peter and Fran and the production designer.
We kept searching and searching for what felt right. The shape, the silhouette, the detail.
We've been driven by the source material in the book and thinking of things in a practical sense rather than letting them be driven by an aesthetic quality.
The tough thing about designing anything that's this futuristic is what icons do you honour? We kept pushing to create something that was sort of fantastically beautiful but felt historical and grounded in reality.
Christian thought this idea of London as a giant lion modelled on the Trafalgar lions. It's evolved to actually breaking those lions down and having them as sentinels either side. The design philosophy with this is that the city will really have a look and feel of a living being.
We have an intimate connection with vehicles on the ground, how they move, and we have an intimate connection with cities, and making a city on wheels moving poses lots of creative challenges.
Pete hired Marco Spatoni, and Marco came out to New Zealand and brought a team of guys with him, and they started working on previs for the film.
I've been working on previs starting from 2008. We needed to do quite a bit of testing to understand how we would have visualized this.
When we picked up Mortal Engines to get it back on track again, we were able to look at the previs, and you could see what was really working fantastically well, and some of the physicality of the cities and the size.
London is a fine balance between raw movement and fine movements of building down to the little rattling of small features.
It was a big technological feat in animation. This is something that we couldn't even imagine doing a couple of decades ago. We got something going about 300 to 400 kilometers an hour. London can reach that speed as well.
I think as designers, you are always trying to strip it back down to the reality, even if you're coming up with a really fantastical concept.
Ultimately, any world that you're creating, it's only as good as the people that are making it.
We kept pushing to really bring all those details to life. The whole art department went digital, and then set decorating team that managed to just sort of create the scope of London itself.
The thing that we took away from the Tolkien movies is that it works a lot better if you treat it with as much authenticity as you possibly can. There's a lot of aspects of London that I would be fine living in.